Well, good morning, everyone. Well, I guess it's afternoon now. Welcome to Flying with Mike. Actually, it's morning time here on Flying with Mike. But we are where we left off yesterday at Leeuwarden Air Base in the Netherlands, and we're going to prep a flight back to Ramstein. Um, and then time permitting, we'll see what else lies ahead. Beyond that, though, we've had a great day. Survived Stormageddon last night. Um, Quite interesting watching the different ways newscasters handle the weather. I think I found a different channel during the week. I do like weekend personality on the weekends. She does a really good job. The rest, just a little too much on the drama and not enough on the substance. So, we have kicked into a break. So, let's just kind of hold tight here, wait for everyone, and then we'll kick this off. I meant to do that short start so we could try to see how well we do this. Um, Again, thank you all for who showed up yesterday, all who flew with us. Right now, I think I'm going to keep myself offline. I'm kind of confused with what's up here in the Netherlands, so I'm not really sure what they're doing. So really confused. So let's just put it that way. Um, Even the ATIS didn't make sense for what's up and running up there. Let me try another one. Hang on. We got a few seconds here. No, that one ain't going to help either. EHMC Center Dutch Mill up to 24.5. That almost sounds like an approach. Huh. I just really don't get it if they're covering all of the Netherlands or just where I am. I don't know. Well, hey, welcome into Flying with Mike. I know we went quickly to a break. I want to thank you all so much for taking a look at us today. We sure appreciate you. Today we're flying. If you didn't catch the title, the ZIBO 737-800 with the TWA American livery. Um, there's a long story with it. We'll keep it as is. But it's cool. I like it. Brings what I love to town here and the ogre in the front that bought him out. Well, they were bankrupt, so what can I, let's, truth be told. But anyway, my beloved TWA. So, I wish they were still here. Oh, in so many ways. But anyway, they aren't, so we'll just continue. We're flying from Leeuwarden up here in the Netherlands back down to Ramstein. And then we're going to, well, we'll see what kind of time we have, what may or may not be coming our way. All right. So I hope y'all have had a great weekend. Like I said in the opening, if you caught it, we survived Stormageddon. It is quite a unique thing. Um, I actually found a better channel to watch for weather than what used to be, and that was because the man who was the chief knew what he was doing and missed very, very much. I get it. I get it. I'm getting old. I mean getting seasoned. Um no, I wish I knew the guy. He seems like a great guy that used to be the chief. And some of you may have seen him out in Boston and on Good Morning America, but yeah, he retired. Probably one of the best forecasters I have ever seen. And just damn good at his job. And you're missed, what, 5 years now? 4 or 5 years? Hopefully, I'm not really pushing the age on you, but you really missed. But I did find a better channel, I think, for weekday weather. I still like their weekend personality. She really does a really good job. So, but yeah, we survived. We got a good walloping here in, or wait a minute, as the movie Midway would say, we're gonna shellac them. Got a good shellacking last night. That one line cracks me up in the whole thing. Uh, Whoever wrote that and the way the actor did it, really well done. Anyway, we got hit pretty hard here in St. Louis. We personally, we lost power for a couple hours. I don't think we had hail, at least not at my little plot here. But I do know there was hail in and around us in other communities. So, yeah, it was a night, and now they move east. So those of you from like Ohio, I think the line actually pushed the the meanest part of this storm is kind of now in the more of the southeast part of the U.S. So Ohio and Michigan, well, you Michigan, yeah. Well, no, anyway, but Ohio, I think for the most part, if I remember the map right, I think you were just in the lower ends of it. But that could, hey, folks, weather can change on a dime, especially when you're not watching it. So it doesn't matter. But anyway, hey, we survived. Again, I will say it again. We live in the Midwest. Lighten up a little, Francis. Some of the weathermen get way too excited and jump the gun, calling it this, that, and the other, and only to be reined in and told, hey, lighten up, Francis. So, anyway, that was last night. This is today. We are blasting off out of here. And actually, I do know there is a streamer out there who was a weatherman. I don't know anything about him as a weatherman. Um, and I hope, I really hope you kept things a little in check. So maybe, personally, I'll give you a real good thought. To be a TV weather person, you have to live and work in Oklahoma City for 2 years. That way you get a sense, oh, yeah, it's storm season again. And then maybe somewhere where it really snows, work there for a couple of years. Then you could then think about being a TV to get some of that out of you. Because some have been in the same area for way too long and get way excited uh, over, I don't know what to call it. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna lose power. We already know that. We know we're gonna see hail. We know we're gonna see lightning and wind, maybe a tornado. Um, Life will go on. So, all right, so let's get going. We got Ramstein to get to, and I know some soldiers wanting to go home. All right, so here we are in the ZIBO 737. Let's do a quick pre-brief so y'all know what we are doing. And then we're going to look at getting underway. Look at that Sim Toolkit map. Now you see what I'm talking about, why I'm confused. Who, what, where have to contact him or her. Yeah, I don't get it. But yet you look on VATSIM and anyone else, the whole Netherlands is covered. So I'm thoroughly confused. And because of that, I'm going to stay offline. If I'm already confused, let's not get in here and really mess things up. So, all right. So let's continue on. With Sim Toolkit, you can see our route. Now, since we're not going to be online, I don't know if I'm going to go out to Eel. What they do, if I understand the departure, they're going to fly up to the North Sea here. Before it, of course, hook back to the airport and then turn out. Now, if we were on the opposite runway 23, it would be fantastic because we'll come back over the Vortac, boom, straight out to Eel. However, that's not the case today. So, also last night, if you remember, we did end up flying on VATSIM. We did encounter some very disgruntled pilots that Frankfurt just dropped on them. Hey, guess what? We encounter that all the time in the U.S. Shall I say it again? Lighten up, Francis. And if you don't know the line, watch the movie Stripes with Bill Murray. You'll get it pretty quick into it once he's at boot camp. But yeah, it was kind of funny to hear them complain like we do when they drop on us out of nowhere with no message, no nothing. Goodbye. It's like, okay, that's kind of a normal thing in the US. They just go poof and they're gone. Or they move on to the next sector ahead. But last night they actually dropped. So they had a lot of pilots really griping and moaning, I guess, really bad up at Frankfurt. So, I mean, they were telling them this isn't a chat channel and la, la, la. Oh, it was bad. But today's a different day. The sun came up, believe it or not. And we're still here. Okay, so the payload for today, we're bringing back 128 soldiers, 7,000 pounds of payload, or correction, cargo, for 29,400 pounds of payload. They're going to put 13,130 pounds of fuel in us, and basically VOR or fix to fix. We're not flying airways or anything over here. I'm kind of curious why, but that's not for me to determine. Cost index 80, flight level 350. Planning runway 5 out of here. Landing probably runway 8, maybe runway 9. We haven't decided. Either way, we end up far eastern end of the airport for a long taxi back. It is what it is, as they always like to tell us. So maybe we get to park in a different spot. We'll see. Weather right now 050, beautiful. Why couldn't we get that yesterday coming in? My goodness, was it windy and it was probably 10-15 degrees off the runway. Oh, we had to do a go around. I could not get that plane to sink to anything I did. So we did the go around, came around, and that time she behaved. 050 at 7, they're kind of swinging around. No sky condition determined. It's 0 degrees and dew point 2 degrees. Thankfully, with the wind, that should hopefully stir it up so we don't see fog, but no guarantee. Finally, over at the Ramstein, 040 at 13, a little breezy there, and overcast 4,000. So we got to punch through some cloudiness to get down. Again, I mentioned this yesterday. I'll reiterate today. If you notice the Q up there for the altimeter 1023 at Leeuwarden, that's a European air base, not Air Force. Okay. Down at Ramstein, granted, it's a European air base. However, the Air Force is on it, so that's why it's in inches of mercury. 2991. And also, we get to put on our Bermuda shorts. It's a balmy 43 degrees down there. 6 degrees Celsius. So the Europeans really don't go out and do it and go, oh my gosh, it's cold. So, sorry. I have to say that. All right, so it looks like a wonderful day as Europe is awake and starting to crank up some centers. All right, so let's get rid of Sim Toolkit and get to work, shall we? All right, the aircraft is prepped. However, we have to get going. So we'll go up to the top, do our checks. Okay, oxygen, landing gear, EECs, dome light, and service interphone where they need to be. Align, test. Good, ELT guarded. And as soon as the words align show up, take it to nav. Always make sure, if you want, put the display selector up here to heading status, HDG/STS. That's your number of minutes till it will align. Now, if you were going to go on and do other things like on the lower half of this overhead panel, you just need to pay attention. If you're going to do like us, drop right down, put the INS coordinates in. Guess what? You won't have to worry about it. So we'll come down here. It says enter IRS. So we'll go FMC. We'll go posit. I said we'll go posit. Thank you. And we are at EHLW. Put that in for your reference. Now, if we were at an airport with a gate, you could put it in. I really have not seen that affect anything, but you could. And today's the day after Pi Day. I hope y'all enjoyed your pie yesterday. I know it's not that kind of pie. All right, then we go to route, get the ding, go here. Hang on, let me just make sure my volumes are where I want them. There we go. All right, and we'll just go ahead, throw ETAR in. Cool. Cool. All right, now we could go on if we wanted to. However, we're going to go over here. Let's get our flight plan loaded. That is not the flight plan I sent to it. So, you know what that means? Yep, this guy did not do his job. Export, yes, and close. Now I did my job. Now when I click it, oh, look, the numbers look like what I briefed. 128 peeps, 7,000, although I thought I said 5. But anyway, irregardless, 121,334 is our zero fuel weight. And our fuel weight, 13,129. Oh, we're not gonna get 1 pound of fuel. How can I work in conditions like this? Oh my goodness. We're down a pound of fuel. What are we gonna do? Click activate. And quit being a drama queen. Oh, all right. Now, if you go to, okay, from here, just go back. I hit the wrong back. It's a blank page, I know, but it's going to tell you that they're getting the plane ready in certain words and fueling. So we'll wait for that for a second. Not too much longer, as we really need to get going. And today I'm going to really try my best. There we go, refueling. And then eventually, oh, wait, I do need to show some things out here. Look, the Armada is here. Now, in Level Up, I think if you put the GSE files that are in ZIBO into it, where they tell you to, you get this. However, the funny thing is, if you don't, the fuel truck comes out with the fuel line laid out to wherever it, to that point. So it'll drive, say, from the wall all the way up with the fuel truck and the guy pulling along. It's kind of funny, but it's also kind of silly. But anyway, the caterers, we didn't get a chance to show this yet. This is all automated, folks. And we're not doing a thing to control this other than hit activate. Look at that. all of this for the price of free when you buy X-Plane 12. What that deal? And then again, we can see cleaning, catering, loitering. All right, let's get going. I really do hope you enjoy this. It's not a very long flight. It's like 300 miles. So it doesn't take long once we get going. This is the longest part. Okay, so we left off with the IRS. Let's get up here. And 3 minutes to go. Okay, so we want to make sure our switches. So from here on, if I talk, I talk. If I don't, well, you guys are going to go, hooray! All right, so, okay. All right. Okay, everything in our initial checks are good. We'll keep the pumps off till he says all done. Let's head down and start in on the flight plan. Again, if you have the free SimBrief application for your browser, it's free. Just go to the site, register, that's it, and you're on. Add your planes, and it's really a great system in and of itself, let alone that you can couple it to many aircraft throughout the flight sim world. Okay, there's our flight, CNV 128. Is that correct? I don't know. I hate this part trying to read that off here. And I know if my boss was here for a Pan Am virtual, he'd go, it's right there, man. There it is, CNV 128. Good. Told you, he'd go, right there, man, look. Execute. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go to departure arrival, departures. Let me just double check. I've forgotten the winds already. Oh, that's right. They're right down the runway. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I think the fuel is on. All right, so we'll take off runway 5, Leeuwarden 3, correct? And back in. Okay, legs. For now, eel, execute. Okay. No, we're still fueling. Oh, okay, they're done with the caterers. So the catering and the baggage have been loaded. And we're just...
Flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Okay, APU, thank you so much. All right, getting that APU fired up. All right, just waiting on it. I just want to verify our route. Yeah, we'll keep it to eel. Who knows? I may get a burr up my butt and go, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and get on VATSIM. Why not? But I really kind of hesitate right now. All right, there's the APU, so we'll see. All right, so as you can see, it's holding from boarding people until we turn the chime on. Okay, so we're going to continue. We're going to try to do this like I said yesterday. We're going to try and um, do this right after the flight, or getting the plan in. Okay, so out 18, turn around, come back. Okay, then out to Eel, up to Pam. Everything looks good. Till we get to Tau. Why Tau? Basically, it is because that is where we have to. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I did it again. There we go. All right, so now we got to kind of look at what are we going to do into Ramstein. I'll show this part only to help y'all out, showing you some neat things you can do here. First off, of course, we know either runway 8 or runway 9. That's what you get to choose from. Here's the chart. They're both relatively the same length. One offers where either way, unless you can get stopped by Echo, you're going to have to taxi through everything. Now, if we can get off or close to Echo, we could come back. All right. Turn around, back taxi, and come back. I prefer not going through all of these different ramps to get here. Okay. So with this in mind, by the way, that weather is 8 minutes old, 040 at 10. Now overcast 4,200. It was clearing up yesterday. What did you guys do there? You know, flight sim weather is accurate as all get out. No arrivals, you can see under 8. And we have 12 approaches total available for this place. All right, so let's look. So we got to come off Tau. See if we can, oh, there's Tau. So we're going to be coming probably for Maypeg and then turn in. Okay. Again, we have the option for the ILS to runway 8 at Maypeg. That looks pretty good. We also have the option for the ILS runway 9er. Maybe a better option. I think we're going to do 9. What do you think? We're going to add it to the route. Should change us. And again, still no arrivals. So you can see we're going to come off Tau, fly out towards Maypeg, and then turn in for the runway. Actually, I will probably take it out like here and then come down and then in and come on in. That it will never intercept. 8 would have been maybe makeable. All right, so how do we do this? You might ask. Go to departure, click the arrival for ETAR. We are doing the ILS runway 9, Maypeg. Execute. Legs. Next. Tau. Now let's step it off. Can you all see that? No, you can't. Away with you, charts. Okay, that's the best I'm going to get. So there we are, working our way from Eel down, checking our route to Tau. Now we got a discontinuity. We're going to keep it. It looks like even in a normal situation we overshoot. You know what? Let's just go ahead and close it. It doesn't matter because I can control it via the airspeeds and all. Then our intercept real quick, here comes chart spec, just so I can check. Chart, there it is. So we'll intercept at about 14, 16 miles out, track it inbound for the ILS runway 9. Looks good to me on the charts. And step, step, step. Initial, boom, and then we'll go out to XIDOD, which is the initial for 26, and runway 27, and hold. Cool, that all worked out great. Let's go back to route, and we'll do this. Go back to map. And I think now how this will work is we're going to fly out 18 miles, turn around, come back, intercept, come in. Pretty simple. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead, set it. I think it's 5.4, but we'll set 5.3. We'll set it there. Doesn't matter. All right. So the legs are in. Now we get to go to perf int. And here's where I want to pause. Click. Two things. ACARS is running. First most important step of the day. ACARS is running. Now we're going to go back to the overhead, click the chime switch to get the people going. Okay. Whoop, meant to do that. Here come the buses through the wall, over the river, through the walls, and here they come to deliver our passengers. All right, let's get back at it, shall we? Okay, so what we'll do here is perf request based. Oh, stand by. We got to hang on. All right, sorry about that, folks. We're having some problems here in the house. It's somewhat from the storms, but it was actually before. It's just back again, and we'll have to figure out what the heck we did before to fix it. Or we'll explore other options. Okay, we're looking at 5.5. Okay, and 35,000 looks good. Everything else, ooh, transition may not look good. Oh, you know what? I think we have somebody to look at. I lied. Well, actually, we do, but it's a little difficult. But let me see if I can. I'm going to just assume it. 7,000. Transition level. Okay, and that's all you do. There is no accept or anything like that or execute other than when you change what's in here. Here's where it gets fun. All right, so I'm going to bring, well, what I'll recommend to you, get your, if you're going to fly any flight with the ZIBO, pull up SimBrief, go to it, click your flight, takeoff predict, or performance. And I'm going to go ahead and throw our aeroplane in here just for fun and double check our numbers. I thought so. 133.963. Sometimes you will find them wrong. 133.963. Optimum, that all looks good. Anti-ice optimum 060. 3021, let's switch it. That looks good. Dry runway, calculate. All right, so we're looking at a output here of flaps 5, takeoff to rate 2 to 47 degrees, and then we'll get a 136, 136, 144 for our V speeds. Okay, takeoff 2, 47. And let it tell us what climb. It's going to select climb 2, go to takeoff, click the CG. Now, I go to page 2. Runway winds are 060, diagonal 6. Our slope, he says cautiously, where, uh-oh. You want to tell me why you're not coming up? Oh, you are, did you lock up? Certainly did, and we're going to have to reset it. All right, stand by. All of this just to get the slope. Okay, slope, and of course it's 0. I was even telling myself, I bet you it'll be 0. So we'll put in U 0.0 diagonal and our runway heading up here. .053. Okay, just follow it out. So U or D, depending if your slope is plus or minus, 0 point or whatever it says. Hopefully it doesn't say 200 or something like that. Good luck. Hope you have a lot of afterburner or rockets. All right, so then you click it. Dry runway 47.1 looks good. Click next. We're back. Click 5 for flaps. And our numbers came up pretty close to theirs, if not dead on. Okay, hang on. I clicked the wrong window to look at. 136, 136, 140. So we'll go with the 136, 136, but we got 144. All right, and then turn the QRH off. You're ready to go with the FMC. And I think they're just about, oh, we still got about 15% to go. Cool. So everything's coming together pretty nicely. All right, after that, we just need to make sure, okay, the APU's running. We've got our bleeds. Actually, we'll start from the top. There's what you're used to. We're in nav, good. Again, double check. Good time to make sure everything is indeed ready to go. It appears so. Doors are still open. All right, and coming down here. All right, let's plug our numbers in. Takeoff speed 144, 154. I do V2 plus 10, 53. Since we're going to do this, we're going to just set 35,000. Okay, flight director, and auto throttle remains off, and we've got 1023 to set. Minimums. Awesome. All right, we're ready to go radio wise. Click off, and guess what? We're all set, ready to rumble. Okay, we're set. We won't need a pushback. So, let me just continue on landing gear lever in the down position, 3 green, 3 green. Speed brakes. Down, flaps up, indicated up. Fuel flow, reset. And minimums are set 400 on radar, and we're set there. Start levers are in idle cutoff, and parking brakes set. Yaw dampers on. Ground, this is TWA 128, request taxi runway 5. Correction, request startup. Roger, cleared start, and we'll call for taxi. TWA 128. Just kind of getting an overview here. So it looks like if we go out, down Gulf, over to Delta, we're good. Okay, here we go. Let's crank them, shall we? B system on. Packs off. Fuel pumps on. Clear prop. Oh, wait, wrong type airplane. Just seeing if you caught me. Okay, brakes are set, so we're going to pull chocks. And let's okay, guess we're not getting that today. All right, here we go. Beacon. All right, engine number 2 is up and running. Let's go ahead, crank up number 1. All right, we've got them started, so let's continue on. Let's go up here. Okay, first off, number 1 on. Fuel pumps again confirmed on. Voltmeters will go to number 2 this time. System A on. Probe heat on. Left and right on, open, close. APU off. Okay. All right, down to here, flaps. Okay. Flaps 5. And traveling. Taxi lights, runway lights, and we're ready to go. We'll get up here. Let's move them into continuous. Try it one more time. Guess we don't get it.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
That I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, auto brakes reject. Here we go. Taxi lights. This place really was not meant for these. I can't imagine like a A330 MRT up here or other big heavies. Oh boy, I know somebody happy to see that up ahead in F4. I think our wing is going to take it out. We'll try not to. We'll be nice to it. Hush. Hush, buildings for the engine checks. All right, first taxiway to our left will take. Another F4. Place is probably going, we haven't seen F4s in years. All right, so there's runway 9. Now that could have been an option. Yeah, we'll head to the longer runway. Wind-wise, more preference to it. All right, so I hope y'all are having a great weekend. Hey, it's St. Patrick's Day, Monday. I know they had a big fly-in Friday over here into Ireland. So hopefully y'all will get out and enjoy a little bit this weekend. Things are still seemingly unsettled here. I didn't know we were going to see clouds. Someone said that's dust that's been kicked up all over the place here from yesterday. We had an interesting day here in St. Louis. Capped off with a very interesting night. But the day itself had, well, after about 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the winds. If you were on our stream, you heard me talking. They were just howling up into the 30, 40, 50 mile an hour range. It was really well, the bad thing was it was causing house fire after house fire after house fire all over the area, from wires or whatever. Some I kind of wonder what really caused them. But anyway, you know, got to throw my conspiratorial side into me. But anyway, so yeah, we had all of that during the day, non-thunderstorm weather relations. Then the thunderstorm showed up, and my one daughter that lives west of me here got the first of it and gave us the heads up of what was coming while we were watching the news. Yeah, it was a pretty wild night here. A lot of a big line of thunderstorms, not a broken, as one gentleman liked to say. But we had some pretty intense. I don't think any word has come out on any of the tornadoes that are most likely to have occurred, how big they were. There's one, maybe two that could have been pretty strong. But besides that, no. Oh, we're going to take out a wall. How about that? So we are coming up to the runway, believe it or not. So anyway, that's our day, and I was under the impression we were supposed to have a clear day today, and that's not fog. They're saying still dust from yesterday, dust in the wind. Great song. But anyway, don't do it justice. Trust me. That's why I don't make the big bucks here. But anyway, we're ready to go. Let's get our final checks in, and we're out of here. And I already know. Yeah, it's just no way. No way. Not this late in the game where we're ready to take off. So let's get on the runway and boogly woogly, shall we? Leeuwarden Tower, TWA 128, ready to go, runway 5. Roger, clear for takeoff, Leeuwarden 3, departure, TWA 128. Oh, that's pretty funny. They, arm spots where they arm up real quick here, get their final HUD settings and all in. They've got them with. I gotta look at that on the on Google. They've got the hold shorts in front of them. That's great. All right, we are cleared for takeoff. We're going to do all right, timer on, lights on. Strobes. Here we go. Oh, wait. 1, 2. $80 knots.
80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Whoa.
$400. $1,000.
All right, we're in climb power. Going to flaps 2. Are there any speed restrictions on this turn? No. Nice thing when you're in control, you can change things. All right. All right, folks, we are on our way. I hope you all are enjoying. Sorry for that little breakaway there, trying to get a couple shortcuts in that I'm pretty sure ETC would never give us. But you know, we're not going to fly with them. You know, one thing I did not think about, doggone it, I wished I had, flying with ATC and X-Plane. I didn't even think about that. Darn it, that would have been cool. This would have been a really good flight for that. So we'll have to pencil that in and try that again. See how things have gotten. Uh-oh, Escobar's in trouble again.
Would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
What is he doing up here in the Netherlands? That is just one thing I have loved with ZIBO. That has been great. Just a beautiful day up here. I know some people that fly up here, and boy, in real, not sim planes. And hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoy if you get up there and fly. It looks beautiful here. So we continue our climb, heading right on up to 35,000. But Mr. Escobar is in trouble again. He needs to be identified so the flight marshal can cuff him or whatever they're gonna know. Oh boy. But again, if the commercials are too much for you folks, you can always, I'm not pushing, I'm just saying you could hit that subscribe button and help out the stream and the streamer, as well as provide yourself with ad-free viewing. So something to consider. Also consider coming to our Discord channel. I am on voice there. Love to chit chat with you. And I ask for respect of others in the language, but you know, there's only so much I can control, and I'll leave the rest to the Lord. So, but we're on our way. Oh, I have been remiss. Oh, wait, I clicked it. Where is it? What? Really? Did I forget to click something over here, or did it lock up again? Stand by. Let's see. Huh. All right, well, that map I didn't want, so hang on, we'll just pull that away and head up to this overlay. Little tougher to read, but not sure why the overlay is not working, Buffy. Of course, we'll get on the ground, reset, and everything will work. Who knows? Oh, but anyway, I hope you enjoy the flight. Wouldn't be flying with Mike if we didn't have a snafu somewhere. All right, you can see on the nav display, because of our shortcut, we're going to hit top of climb in about, let's see, we'll call it 35 miles. Actually, more like 40 miles. But anyway, and then top of descent is already up there. So, yeah, this is, like I said, a short haul flight. So I hope y'all enjoy. All right, we're about 20 minutes out of Ramstein. So now the TAU fix, which is at about 100 miles from here, that is one of the setups for Frankfurt, in that you go off of that and then intercept. So it gives you an idea. You're in some very heavily congested area here. So it can get kind of tricky up here.
Thousand to go.
I'm just checking something here real quick. All right, we're going to start our top of descent a little earlier than it shows. Only in that we can get down to around 5,000 feet quicker and prepare for that approach. All right, let's see if I remember some things. Okay, we were out at 0922, off at what? Oh, that's right. My bad. Oh, I thought it was saying 23. How the heck did we go 1 minute from block to runway? 12 minutes, yeah, that would be about right. And then are on. So this is a cool thing if you're looking for how you're doing flight-wise. We'll go to requests. Okay, let's send. Should get a message here in a minute. All right, so currently, as of 1855, about an hour old, we're looking at 040 at 10 and overcast to 4,200 feet. I think that's what we briefed. Well, no, we didn't, because now we're at 2992. All right, so that's our weather. Now, how you print it, I don't know if that works. Let's find out. Print. Print. I don't think that works. Anyway, we're getting closer to being able to use it. Oh, wait, let's try this. Okay, we're going to have to figure out why the announcements aren't working, but we'll get to that later. PA settings. Yeah, they should be working. I don't know why they're not. Dusseldorf's up ahead. All right, we're about 80 miles or so from top of descent. Again, we're planning the ILS to runway 9er. All right, so we're coming up top of descent in about 40 miles. I'm going to set 5,000 feet. Actually, yeah, 5,000 for now. All right, that'll work. At or above 5,000 at Maypeg, then at the intercept point or to XA XAP above 4,000, and then descend down to 3,000 to grab the ILS. Sounds like a plan to me. All right, a couple of things we'll talk about real quick here for those new to ZIBO or PMDG. You can make these aircraft descend a couple of ways. Now, depending on which type of FMC you've selected, there's one that looks like this, and then the other gets rid of climb, cruise, descent, and just says VNAV. All right, so all you do is click VNAV if that's up there, go to the descent page, go to forecast, check your, hang on, your transition level. Oh, that's going to go tell me I'm wrong, 070. All right, so now your flight level. In Europe and many parts of the world, you're going to need to check that ATIS. Today, we're flying off of the VATSIM network. We don't really worry about it. If you were flying XP12, you really don't have to do it, but you should know your transition level. And basically, that's where everybody's on 29.92 in the US, 1012, I believe it is, or 13, whichever, in everywhere else. That's the standard pressure. So that way, everyone should look the same on a screen that the ATC guys use. Real world, sim world. Next, once you've done that, you've got your transition set, give it a shot. It's going to go off of SimBrief. If SimBrief has wins at all of our levels that it requires here, it's going to load them. Otherwise, it'll say don't have them. I think we're getting them. Yep. There they are. And we hit execute. And now we have our descent wins loaded. So go back to your descent page. So you may have to click VNAV and go to descent by clicking next page. From here, when either ATC tells you, say they said right now, descend 5,000 feet. Okay, make sure you're set. We are. And then come in here, hit descend now. Or altitude intervene here. One last or, if no one's told you to descend and you're comfortable with it, when you cross top of descent, the plane will start down. I don't know if it does that in the real world or on PMDG, but it will here on ZIBO. And level up. Many of the aircraft you can do that with in one way or another. Now, let's set. Now, there is a landing calculator. You can plug it in, give it a shot. Why not? It's going to be in meters, though. So if you're okay with that, great. If you're not, well, sorry. There is another way. Okay, there's our wind. Outside air temperature today is 6. And 2994. I don't know if we can do that. 29.4. Okay. Air conditioning auto off, brakes. Let's go AB3 speed brakes, and you'll need your landing weight. Landing weight. Estimated 128.2. All right, and we're adding 5. Click the triangle. There you go. We're going to need 1,710 meters, or it appears half or so, a little past half the runway. Now, I said there's another way. Yes, go to SimBrief. You could use performance tools for this, or just click landing perf, calculate. That'll work. It put us on 8. Hang on, I want 9. Okay, so if we come in, I don't like this brakes. We're down to, we'll only have 50 feet if we're on brake 1. Hang on, where are the brakes? Auto 3, calculate. We'll have 2,600 feet. Probably use up about 7,000 to 8,000 feet of a 9,000 foot runway. Works for me. All right, let's get back up here. And we are going to start our descent. Okay, I lied. It didn't start at top of descent. We may actually do a hold. Well, we'll see how this works out. If I think we're going to be long in this, we're going to 360 en route. Again, things you can do when you're not on VATSIM. Wait a minute, is it putting us in a hold? No, it's not. Okay. For a second there, I thought I was looking at a hold at Maypeg. All right, I am not happy with this descent rate. We're going to 2,000. I want to see that arc. We're still not. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is once we get straight, I'm going to get our heading. Usually you see an arc telling you where 5,000 feet will occur. We're not seeing it, so we'll go heading select, right hand turns. Hey, I got him.
Seatbelt sign is on. If you happen to be up and about, please return your seat. Keep your seatbelt fastened for the remainder of the flight. On behalf of the flight crew, we appreciate you being with us today. Wish you a very safe and pleasant journey to your final destination. Hope to see you back here with us soon. Thank you.
How about that? All right, let's bring it around. Okay, we'll start slowing the beastie down to try and get away from that where it wouldn't want to descend before. It was having a hard time wanting to go down. Part of it I know was me, and I had the auto throttle still on, which I should have kicked off. That was on me. And but the rest of it was tough. That's why we went with the go around. Okay, now I'm comfortable with the descent. A little more. I'm not seeing the arc though. There it is. Okay, good. And like I said, I am going to kick us off course here again. But now that I know we're getting down to 5,000 where we need to be, we'll kind of see. But I do want to get out a little bit so we turn and bring that intercept in better for the ILS. Speaking of the ILS, let's get the frequencies loaded in, shall we? All right, so the ILS is 111.5. Okay, VOR, or I should say TACAN, 133 or 1134. Now, all this TACAN is, for us, in this case, DME. And the RMI may point, but overall, it is just a DME. Aircraft in the military can do a lot more with it. They're made for it. It's not a VOR TACAN. So tracking it is not recommended. All right, and we're looking for a course of 083. Perfect. All right, now it's time to slow the beastie up to 240. The only reason we're going so high on the brakes, we might get lucky and be able to get off at that intersection or not far past it to turn around and get off instead of having to taxi again through some very tight areas. Okay, we're not going to get that one either. Okay. All right, we're within 10 minutes. Go ahead, put your predictions in. Okay, we are just about ready to land or get on the approach. Got our radios set up. Okay, I'm gonna Okay, let's get ourselves on this Ramstein traffic. TWA 128. We are about to go direct Maypeg on the ILS runway 9er. Roger, cleared ILS runway 9er Maypeg transition. TWA 128. All right, y'all ready for me to land this thing? Or try to?
Thousand to go.
Okay, we are set, ready for the intercept of the localizer. Not really seeing it out there yet. Okay, glide slope came alive. We'll get in a little closer. Okay, we're grabbing the localizer. Distance, really unknown. We're about 16 out. Let's look for a runway. I was definitely looking in the wrong spot. Really do not see the runway. Wait, maybe, I think. I'm starting to think. Let's throw the sunglasses back on.
2500.
Oh yeah, we got the runway. And here comes the glide slope. Three green. Brake set, spoilers set. Lights on. Ready to land. Cleared to land. Runway 9, TWA 128. All right, folks, sorry. The boss called us. Let's take over. And that is because I didn't do a check in Leeuwarden. Why the wheel snaps like that? It's something to do, I think, with my joysticks. Because when I do a check, they don't snap, or they do just like I did there. And I just snap them back. All right, we're doing pretty good here. Let's see if we can't slow it down a little more. VREF looks like 140. And Ramstein Tower, copy. TWA 128 is clear to land, runway 9.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay, flaps 30, 3 green. Brake set, flaps 30, we're cleared to land. All right, here we go.
Approaching minimums. 400 minimum.
Oh, what's all those poles over here? Y'all remember our first time in X-Plane 12 for Stuttgart? We had the same thing, a whole bunch of cell towers to fly through. Looks like we have the same thing here. It's not as bad, though. They moved them here from Stuttgart. A correction, Salzburg.
100.
Well, I doubt we'll make that first intersection.
50.
And right now, I
30.
doubt... Ooh, get over there.
10.
Okay, we'll take it. We may make that first intersection.
80 knots.
We made it to that first intersection, barely. I'm curious just how far right of the center we'll end up on that. Okay, let's get some stuff turned off down here. Okay, back up to the middle. Flaps are up, brakes need to come off. All right, I think we have all the checks that we needed to do done. All right. Oh, I know one I need to do, but we'll get it on the next straightaway. Headed over to the terminal. Hope y'all enjoyed. That was kind of fun. Don't know what the landing was. We'll learn as we get over there. Just need to get trimmed to 4 units if it's not already. All right, is the APU on? It is. Good deal. So I hope you all enjoyed. That was fun. We're going to need to come down. We're going to aim for one of these. We might go for that one, just for the fun of it. Let's see if, no, I have no idea. We'll find out at the gate. But again, hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you for flying with us today. While we were on final, we got a phone message from the boss letting us know ETAs and all, and we will not have time at this point to fly another flight. We might be able to come up later. I know I said that yesterday, and those mighty storms, well, they got here and probably would have knocked the power out on us. And we got to follow me there, ground. All right, so let's plan. We'll just go straight ahead. Make it easy. All right, we're on the ground. What a flight that was. Wow. I really am curious where we ended up on that runway because the airline got us pretty nicely on the arrival. All right, there we are, shutting down. Hang on a second. They're here to get your bags, and we're going to go through this. All right, now the airline appears to have got us at 144. Here come the buses for our passengers. So that's really good. I'm going to do a quick check here for Pyreps. And for this one, no points. Huh, I wonder why. Oh well, doesn't matter. We had to get back to Ramstein anyway. So we got a total of 75 points. Let me see how that all breaks down. Engines, 10. All right, no bonus points. All right, so it was a good landing overall. We had, you can't see this, I know, but you'll see it here in a second, though. Stand by, we'll show it while you all watch. As a ZIBO, all I had to do was turn the beacon off, turn the seatbelt sign off, and that's it. Everything else starts like it would. Now, had we been in a gate, the gate would have came up, but the gate doesn't work here. Now, for X-Plane 12ers, kind of a clue. If you see the airbags or the air conditioning hoses laying on the ground like that, instead of either tucked up or nice, guarantee that jetway will not work. All right. So, and you can guarantee probably every military base out there. Champagne Flyer is going to go from Orlando to London's Heathrow Airport. Good luck there. I will pass. Although that sounds like a really good A330 flight that I would like to do. So, but I am going to pass. We've done enough crossing of the pond today and enough Pan Am this week. I need a break from them. So you're taking the 777. Look at you. Nice. So, but anyway, there you have it. Everything is in auto mode here. I'm not touching a thing. All right, let's start looking at what the airline or how we did. Let's start with Elevatech. Now, I can hear people going, what the heck's Elevatech? It's a new program coming. Think of it like Volanta, like VATSIM map, like Sim Toolkit. Although a lot closer to Sim Toolkit, but still more Volanta-ish. Hopefully, they stick to what they've told us. They're not going to do payware, but there could be. So, unlike Volanta, there's a lot of payware in it. A lot of subscriptions if you want to have fun with it. Sim Toolkit, none. It's all free. That's why we fly it. All right, so we'll complete the flight here. Continue. All right, so now we go to flights. And convoy, 128, 141 for the landing rate, 124, little slow, and 1.1 Gs. And I'm sure that's because of the wiggling we did on the runway. 2 hours, 16-minute block time. We flew it in 1 hour. Not bad. All right, now let's get in and learn a little bit. Sim Toolkit. All right, so you can see what we did up here, getting to get on course and all of that. There's that big elongated hold to get us down to a more comfortable altitude and what we did to take the ILS on. Cool. Did everything the way I wanted. Landed at 165 feet a minute, 124, 1.1. So we can see the general gist of the flight really good. Okay, so let's again complete it. Come up here, click on the flight. I think I did. Oh, I did. Click View Details. Again, you can see it. this is what you're used to with Volanta. 1 hour 21 minutes, 238 miles. See, I told you it's a really short flight, and 1.1 Gs. Really, that right there tells a lot of the story, but not the parts that were ugly. All right. Oh, can we back out, or are we just going to have a broken image? We got a broken image. All right. That's, I can't even tell what runway they were. Okay, so everything's kind of skewed here. They wanted us over here on, trying to see if we'll get a better picture. You're dealing with, leaflet here, so you don't, anyway, so from, anyway, we landed 1,500 feet down the runway at 1,100 feet off the center of runway 8. That's right here. Okay, number-wise looks good to a point, and 1.1 Gs. So overall, not bad. Leaflet is not doing well. Leaflet is the map provider for what I've chosen for Sim Toolkit. May have to change that. We'll see. Usually it works just fine. All right, so there you have it. They are still getting off the plane. What do you expect? That's why I hate sitting in the back. It takes 2 hours to get off a flight that you only flew 30 minutes on. But anyway, and it would have been nice. I'll tell you this much right now. It would have been lovely to see the 737-800 with TWA. But it didn't happen. Unfortunately, they got gobbled up. So that's just, well, they were bankrupt. So, you can kind of see why they got gobbled up. All right, so there you have it, folks. A wonderful flight, a wonderful time. You know what? Let's try something. I haven't done this in a while. Survey says, is it going to work or is it going to crash? Ooh. We'll just do this. Maybe there it goes. Worst case scenario, it's going to crash to desktop. This is part of why I don't do this. Folks, we will see you next time on Flying with Mike. Hopefully later tonight. If not, we'll see you for sure by Monday. God bless. Have a great night.